Hello everyone and welcome to episode 8 of Pokemon Crystal. In the last part we beat Whitney, and this part we're moving on. Now notice how this part's 9 minutes. It was originally 18. I had to edit out that much stuff. Mostly fights. Now with these two right here I actually had to edit out both fights, so I just decided to skip past both of them at once. Yeah, I'm finding a lot of fights in this playthrough in specific because I need to get my Pokemon up to high levels. Especially because, with Pat, or Ghastly, I should really call it, it won't be able to fully evolve at all because to get Gengar, which is its final evolution, you need to, trade it, which I can't do. And during this random battle, Cam leveled up to the point where he evolves. Our second evolution in the game is Cam, and evolves from a Sandshrew into a Sandslash, who is rather useful. So yeah, just a lot of editing in this part, surprisingly. And surprisingly, at this point in the game, we've already seen 50 out of the Pokemon, which is rather surprising, because that means in terms of Gen 1, we've seen about a third of the Pokemon, but in this game it means roughly a fifth of them. Because in the original generation, there were 150 Pokemon, not counting Mew, which is an event Pokemon. And this, there are 250, not counting Celebi. And now we're in the National Park, which is a nice little atmospheric area. This area has a lot of bug Pokemon in it that you can only find in these grasses. And it also has a bug catching contest that you can do every now and then, which gets you even rare bug Pokemon like Pinsir and I think Scyther as well, but it's not that useful to me. Considering I'm not going for 100% Pokedex, I'm just beating the game. Because if I were to 100% a Pokedex, we'd be here for like 2,000 parts. And now we're in Route 36, which is actually right to the left of Violet City. If you were to look at the map right now, you would see that we're coming out up on a three-way intersection. The way to the right leads to Violet's, but we can't really get past this intersection yet. And now you notice that tree there, we have to talk to this girl who says that we need to sprinkle water on it. And how do we do that? Well, she has to get to her sis and get the water bottle, in which it means we have to head all the way back to Goldenrod. But I cut a majority of that out, except for when we actually get to Goldenrod. So, jump time, and how did I get here? But since I took quite a bit of damage along there, I of course first have to go to the Pokemon Center. So useful. And to get the water, which we need, just head right over here to the right and into this house. For some reason you need to talk to the girl twice, once over there, once over here, before you can actually get the thing you need from her sister. Now you could feasibly go up there and talk to her and before that, but you need to beat Whitney first before you do anything else, really, so yeah. And now we're back here, so we're gonna fight that tree, which I might as well say is actually a Pokemon. Because what tree looks like that, seriously? But I'm bringing out Blaze because Abe has taken quite the beating, if I can get to my pack. There we go. And what is this tree but a Sudowoodo, who, while it looks like a grass type, it's actually a ground type. It's I'd only get it for Pokédex completion. I'd never use this thing, honestly. From what I've heard, it has some good stats, but I don't really know. But since this is one of the very few in the game, I decided to catch it, which is why I'm showing this battle. Where's my... So yeah, really not much to talk about during this battle. But a good way to get this guy down really quickly is to bring out Pat, or your Ghastly if you're using one like I am. Because the Sudowoodo at level 20 only really knows Flail and Low Kick, which is fighting in normal, I think. Which will not affect any ghost types, so having Pat on my team was a good advantage here. And once we use our Pokeball, I catch it in one fell swoop. Give a nickname to Sudowoodo? No. Because I'm not using him in my team. There are very few Pokemon I will be using in my team, only 6 in specific, besides bringing back Slave every now and again. Wait, did I name it Slave? I forget. The Bellsprout that I had. And welcome to Ecruteak City, one of my favorite towns in Pokemon history. So let's head into the Pokemon Center, and I can't move. Who's this dashing young lad? Well, this is Bill. Remember that Pokemon storage system? He created it. He's talking about the time capsule here, which is the way you can trade in between this and Generation 1 back on the Game Boy, and you can't trade back any Pokemon that have new moves, or new Pokemon in general, or new items, from what I remember. In fact, you can't even trade back held items, because they can't hold items in Generation 1. But anyway, we need to head over to Goldenrod to get something from him, but first I'm gonna be in the Pokemon Center. This is probably the only time, one of the very few times I'm showing the entire thing. So let's use the PC box really quick. Now, one thing I forgot to mention about the PC box is that every time you try to change the boxes, like I think each box has a limit of 20 Pokemon or something, every time you try to use one, or have to change one, you have to save the game, and it just gets long and annoying. I prefer the way to do it in Gen 3. But anyway, over in Goldenrod, we need to get to Bill's house, and that's the wrong way, and stupid distractions. I cut out like 2 minutes of footage there, and I decided to ride the bike all of 2 feet. This is Bill's place. And the reason I came here is because he will give us an Eevee. Not because I'm not just getting it because Eevees are awesome. I'm getting it because I'm going to actually use it once I get a Water Stone to evolve it into a Vaporeon. And what is Eevee's nickname going to be? Well, it actually took me some time to think of. Why I didn't think about it on the way to Goldenrod, I don't know. Come on. Get over to the right letter. Our Eevee is Matthew, or Matt. Which is named after Matt on this channel. Where has he been? He may have uploaded something by the time by the time I upload this, but it's currently the 15th of October and nothing. Anyway, back in Ecruteak, one last thing before we finish off this part. Gonna head into the Burned Tower, which is a place we're gonna be starting off the next part, but there is some conversations to be had in here. Is that an 8-bit solid snake on the right there? And this is Usine, or Weesine, or something. But he's on the trail of Suicune, which is a legendary Pokemon that we're gonna catch later on in the game. So let's talk to this dashing young lad. This is Morty. He's Ecruteak's gym leader. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, all of that kind of stuff. And next time on Pokemon Crystal, we'll head through the Burned Tower. See you guys then!